Let's make the call, baby. Here we go.
Hey.
What's up, my
on?
man? What's going on? It's your boy, DJ BJ Clark here at 104.5. How are you doing today?
Hey, man. I'm just happy to be here. I mean, I've been watching and listening to your guys' show over at 104.5 for, I want to say, the past couple of months now, through the new year.
Appreciate it.
And it's great to finally be on with you,
Man,
Mr.
I'll tell
Clark.
you what. North American Pandas in the house. And who do we got the pleasure of speaking with here today from North America Pandas?
This is James X. You can call me James X.
James X from North America Pandas is on the line, baby. Okay. All right. I love it, baby. Now, James, could you tell us, where you calling from and how you doing today, man?
Well, first off, I'm calling all the way from Long Island, New York. So we're quite some ways away. We're in a different time zone.
Yeah, what time is it there, my man?
Currently it is 7:17.
Okay. 7:17, and you're 20 years old, right?
Yes, I am 20.
Yeah, and you are the lead vocalist, lead guitar player, singer-songwriter, and founder of the band North American Pandas.
Yes, sir, that's correct.
Now, can I ask you this question, my man? I've been doing some research on you, okay? Now,
Okay.
you've done some really cool stuff, and I noticed one thing about you. You're a radio head.
Oh, yeah, no, I do radio myself, yes.
You do radio. And do you want to tell people real quick where you do your radio show at and also what the call letters is? And that way people get more, maybe people can tune into your show.
Oh, absolutely. I'm glad you actually asked me that because I am a volunteer DJ at 90.3 WHPC right here on Long Island. We are
cool.
The voice of Nassau Community College, and we actually just this past year we won for the third consecutive year in a row the award for best radio station on Long Island, and we are very proud of that.
Yeah.
And so
definitely.
like you can listen to us on the official website WHPC. You can listen to us on the WHPC app.
Okay.
We're on iHeartRadio.
Yeah.
And we're all over. Sirius, well, not Sirius actually, but we're affiliated with them
iHeartRadio.
in
That's
some
a
way
big
too.
deal. That's a big deal. You guys are streaming online, and they can go to the website and also pick up the stream there too, right?
Yeah, you can tell your Amazon Alexa to listen to WHPC. You could listen to us on Odyssey. It's very accessible, no matter where you are.
That's awesome, man. Now, how long have you been doing music, and what first got you into music?
Well, it's pretty simple, actually. I was 5 years old at the time, and one day, I just felt like learning guitar. I went to my mom and my dad, and I was like, I want to learn guitar, but, like, for real. So then I was getting lessons, like, in the blink of an eye. This master of six-string instruments, his name's Frank Ferrara.
Okay.
I still learn a lot from him today.
I bet.
Like, he's been my mentor for as long as I've known him, and I'm still glad to be working with him even today. And he's been a massive help to the Pandas for all these years. And without him, I wouldn't be doing this all right now. So shout out to Frank, man.
Shout out to Frank, man. That is amazing that you still got the teacher from when you was 5 years old. You've been with the guy for 15 years, man, and you're doing great with that. Obviously, we've had your song, Let Me Lead the Way, on our countdown. You've been on our rotation for several months now. And when I heard the song, I was blown away. Honestly, the instrumentation, the vocals, just how catchy it was, man. Now, we're going to get into that, but like I got to ask you like some real simple questions real quick. Like, who inspires you to make music?
Well, my father isn't a musician, but he was always an avid listener of music. So growing up, I would always like look to my father for for inspiration or asking questions about the music he was showing me, because he was always introducing me to music.
Yeah.
In fact, he introduced me to music so early on that he was telling me that he had me listening to classical symphonies and orchestras, and even the Beatles while I was like in the womb, you know, like through headphones.
Yeah, your dad was going to work early, man.
Yeah, so like, you know, because in theory that's supposed to promote good mental development and such. But I'd also like to think that it also gave me the same affinity with music that he had. So it's like he passed down that gift to me in every way that he possibly could have, and I couldn't be more grateful today because, you know, he did that all for me, and now dope. I love music and I get to share that with him.
That's dope, bro. That's dope, and it's just nice to see you show love to your dad, you know, and to have something you guys share together for life. You know, this is something that you guys can always sit down at Thanksgiving or just hanging out in the garage or whatever and say, hey, Dad, what's your newest favorite band or favorite song? You guys ever just kind of chop it up that way?
Yeah, no, we do that all the time. We talk about new songs we hear or songs we discover, or we discuss old music and we describe our takes on it.
What about your music?
We don't always... he's very honest about what he thinks about my music. When he hears it, if it's finished, he'll know it's finished, right?
That's cool.
But if it's like not quite there yet, he'll be like, yeah, man, I don't think this is quite right, and he'll pinpoint what he thinks about it. So he's a great music critic. I feel like he could have done that professionally if he had wanted to.
Now, how important is it, as being a youngster that you are, and you've been in the music business for over 15 years, to be honest, how important it is to have constructive criticism from someone that you love?
I think it is very important, and because not just coming from a place of, like, your family, you know, I want to hear the honest opinion,
right? And
he won't pull any punches. He'll tell me if what I'm doing is not quite there yet,
right?
And I'll be like, okay, well, you know, that's fair. I know myself too, and I'll be like, listen, I know I'm not doing my best quite yet either.
Right.
So when I get there, I'll get there. You know,
you're transparent with the feelings, man. That's dope, man. I can't wait to meet your dad. Now let's talk about this. I was doing some more research on you.
Okay.
Now peep this out. True or false? Because it was a true or false question. Were you on the Jimmy Kimmel show, or were you on? It was a show. You had a feature with what is the guy's name? He's got the guy from the Roots, Questlove. What show is that?
Oh, Jimmy Fallon?
Jimmy Fallon. Were you on the Jimmy Fallon show?
I wasn't quite at the show, but I was. Here's the thing.
You were featured, weren't you?
No, I was not featured.
Okay.
But I did have, like, I had a secret insider info of some pop-up event, like a concert going on. And it was happening in the subway underground Rockefeller Center, connected to the main NBC building.
Okay.
So my best friend, his name's Gray Wilson. I play with him all the time. He's a musician as well.
Okay.
But his mom works at NBC, so she got us in, and we were like, oh, I wonder who it's going to be, who's going to pop up. And little did we know, it was Green Day and Jimmy Fallon. They just showed up through the subway. They came up through the stairs.
Yeah.
They were wearing these beards and they were wearing these wigs. It was like no one knew who they were until they took it off. It was like, and everyone started freaking out. It was a whole big thing. It's pretty good, well documented. I uploaded a video of it to my YouTube. So
that's right. That's right. Were you playing guitar along with them, or were you just kind of hanging out?
Oh, no, I wasn't allowed to do that.
Okay.
But I was there for it, and I'm proud to say that I got to see that happen. It was very cool. It's like one of those once-in-a-lifetime experiences.
That's what's up, bro. Now let's talk about who's in the band, North American Pandas, because that's the reason why we're here. We're here to talk about the band and talk about the journey of the band and your career with the band, North American Pandas. Well, first of all, why the name North American Pandas?
Well, there's been kind of a long evolution of that name. Originally, we started out as the Amanda's Pandas. Now, that was a tribute to my cousin Amanda, who had passed away from leukemia in 2012.
No, I'm sorry to hear
And
that.
yeah, no, but she loved music, so we loved music with her, and we wanted to kind of share that with the world. So the Amanda's Pandas, it was me and her sister Sabrina. She was the drummer at the time, and that's how we started out. That's how it all started. And little by little, the band would keep going on. People would come in and out of the band. There would be my other cousin on my other side of my family, my cousin Christopher and Sarah. They hopped in vocals, and Chris was doing bass. And that was good for a while. And it was at that point where my uncle got involved. My uncle Chris, my uncle Big Chris, he started helping out with my father, where they were like the two head managers of our band, basically.
That's cool. Now,
and
is Charlie and Jacob still in the band?
They were the last ones we did work with, yes.
Okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut
I'm,
you off. Go ahead.
Yeah. At that point, when I was with my uncle Chris and my father, they were the managers. We actually changed our name to the Papas Pandas. There was a little transitioning phase. Because we were like, oh, we got the Papas.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, Papa Pandas. That's cool.
So then it wasn't until, like, I want to say 2021 where we rebranded to North American Pandas. And the reason behind that is we thought about, let's see, what's something catchy that people will remember? North American Pandas, NAP, like NAP, right?
Yeah.
And we also thought, like, what North American Pandas do you know of? Exactly, there's none.
Yeah,
we are the North American Pandas.
Exactly.
You know, we're the only ones native to North America.
That's right.
So we figured that would be a good name, and it stuck with us for these past few years now.
It is very clever, great marketing tool. I'm wearing the merch right now. I appreciate. First of all, I got to say thank you for the wristbands and the cups, the mugs, the stickers, the T-shirts. Fantastic. You know, I manifested this T-shirt I'm wearing. Okay.
Yeah, you did. You did.
I manifest this bad boy. I said one day I'm gonna be sitting here interviewing you, North American Pandas, with my North American Panda T-shirt on. And guess what? It's happening.
Take that long, did it?
It's happening, baby. And here we are. Now, you guys got a hit single called "Let Me Lead the Way." Is there any other songs in the works? Do you have anything that you guys are cooking up in the studio right now?
Oh, yes. We have a new song that's almost ready. It's called Fever Dream, and we've been working on it for a little while now.
Okay.
It's not quite there yet, so we don't have an official release date, but we just got a few more finishing touches to put on it before it's ready. But yeah, no, we're very excited to share it with the world and to share it with you guys once it's out.
You know, we got a little something here that we would like to share. If you don't mind, can we play just? You didn't know that we could do this. You didn't know we could do this, but we want to see if we can, muster up that demo. Is that okay if we muster up the demo real quick and maybe play just a snippet of it?
Oh, absolutely. Go ahead. I want people to hear it. I want people to be excited for it because that's my love right there. I want to share this with you guys.
Okay. All right. Well, as of right now, it does kind of seem like we got blocked. We got blocked from it. So you got a little security on there, bro. You got a little security, but that's okay.
I?
That's all right. We'll make it do what it do. There's other ways around it, I believe we can try. But
I could check on that right now. It'll be real quick.
All right. Okay. Meanwhile,
Meanwhile, ask me another question.
Yeah, for sure, my man, for sure. Now, you guys got some music videos out there. Now, does Let Me Lead the Way, do you guys have an official music video for Let Me Lead the Way?
Yes, it is currently up on the North American Pandas YouTube channel, and it dropped in 2022, back during, like, I want to say, late summer to early September or so.
Yeah.
I think.
Now, who shot the music video, and also, if you could just tell people how can they follow you on social media, how can they engage with you guys on a day-to-day basis, or at least just find out where you're playing at.
Well, all of our links are on our link tree. It's linktr.ee
Mm-hmm.
slash North American Pandas.
Cool.
And you can find anything and everything that we do online.
Love it.
And so you can find the YouTube on there. You can find our Instagram accounts. Everything under the sun. You can find where to stream our music. It's all there.
Now, if you had to describe your music, to the whole world, what would you say your music sounds like, or they could compare it to?
Um, it's interesting you say that because I personally, like, it depends, but I personally,
Uh-huh.
I consider it to be a mixture of all types of rock and roll. But from what I've done so far,
Yeah.
it's a little bit of grunge.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit of alternative rock genres. Sometimes people have even told me that
I
there's a
think
little bit of punk in there.
I think it sounds like Green Day, to be honest. Like the old Green Day, like Dookie, the Dookie album.
Yeah,
Like, do
yeah,
you
it's
have the
interesting.
time? Like that
Yeah,
song. Yeah,
yeah,
like that was the vibes when I first played it. I was like, dude, this is bringing me back to high school. You know what I mean? I was like,
yeah.
wow,
Like
I love it.
it's interesting you say that because even I played Fever Dream recently at a live show this past week,
Uh-huh.
and people were comparing it to Green Day there too, like that pop punk type
It's a
style.
beautiful
And
sound,
I
man.
thought of it, and I was like, I didn't think of it that way, but I'm glad I'm being compared
To
to someone
somebody.
who's great,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Green Day, boy. That is a great comparison. I'm telling you, man. Hey, yeah, that's something to be
Yeah,
very proud of, my man. Now, let me ask you this: like your creativity, the creative process, when it comes, because you are the songwriter. All right, you're the one that writes the songs and composes things. So, what's the
yeah.
process like? What's your writing process? And when you go to the studio, what do you do? What can you explain us a little bit about that?
Well, it depends. What I often do is I write down lyrics when I get inspiration and the words just come to me. But I only really begin making a song the moment I have a melody in my head. So
Okay.
I come up with like a chord progression to go with those words, or I create the chord progression first. Then I can come up with the lyrics for it that way, and
Yeah.
then usually that's what really gets the ball rolling. In my experience, it is easier to write lyrics after having already created a cool progression and a melody,
Hmm.
because then the lyrics kind of slide into place rightfully so afterwards. And of course, then after that I start recording a proof of concept, like a demo,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then from there, then I do everything I possibly can to complete the song.
Now, are you currently going to school for music too, as well?
I was.
Hmm.
It's funny you mentioned that. I went in high school. I went to the Long Island High School for
Hmm.
the arts,
Yeah.
and then in college, just a few years ago, I recently got my certificate for sound recording technology.
Cool, man. Good
And
job.
it was also there where I found my love for radio, and I started doing stuff for the radio all the time. So
Nice,
it all
nice,
ties
nice.
together. It all ties together.
Now, you still play out. You play with the band, and you guys play. What are some of your favorite venues that you like to play at?
You know, we've played lots of places. We've played like the Bitter End in New York City, the Space in Westbury,
Hmm.
the City Winery in New York
Yeah.
City,
Man, that's a
the
big.
Cutting
That's a
Room.
big. The city winery in New York's a big deal, bro. You did good by getting
Yeah,
that one. Who booked that for you?
we, well, it was actually for a Battle of the Bands event we did,
That's cool.
and we participated. It was interesting because that City Winery at that time, I think, is now no longer there. I think they moved it, like they
Right.
moved locations.
Okay.
So that's a city winery that technically no longer exists. We got to play there before they
Before
switched.
they was like
That's
goodbye,
a funny thing.
sayonara. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
cool, man.
So that's like a little piece of memory right there. We got some photos of that up somewhere around here, but
So.
yeah, I also did a show at the Cutting Room in NYC,
Hmm.
and there was a photographer who took one of the best photos of me ever. It was during a battle of the bands there,
Mm-hmm.
and it became a promotional image for Bach to Rock in Port Washington, and they used it for years.
Yeah.
And I like the image so much myself because, it's me, and it looked so good the way they took it of me. You can actually see the cutting room photo on the cover of Let Me Lead the Way. So I used that photo as a juxtaposition of what I looked like back then, and then the photo of what I look like now.
That's cool.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see it. I got your bio in front of me. How important would you tell some of these guys that are just getting in the music biz? You have 15 years into the music biz, so you're not brand new to this at all. So my question is, how important is it to you, as someone been in the game for 15 years, to have an EPK, to have a one sheet, to have your bio ready to go for radio stations as well as venues and anyone that needs one? How important would you say it is?
Oh, I would say, if you were to give me, a scale of, 1 to 10, I'd put it, crank it up to an 11.
Woo!
Because that thing has been, my best friend since I put it together. I had everything on reserve, ready to throw it together when I needed it.
Yeah.
And, times like these, especially when I get to talk to guys like you who give artists like us a chance, it's perfect. I couldn't have asked for the more perfect opportunity to share all that, and I'm sure glad I did, because now I'm here talking with you right now.
You know what? I'm happy and very, very grateful that you did share your EPK with us, and you jumped up on live with College Radio Directory one random day, and I definitely appreciate meeting you. Now let's talk about Let Me Lead the Way. Okay. That's why we're here. That's what caught my ear. Okay. Now, why Let Me Lead the Way? What inspired the lyrics to Let Me Lead the Way, and why did you write the song?
Well, when we wrote that song, I myself and all of us in the group, we were all very young, and we felt that we were all in a very pressured position of we were uncertain about what the future would hold, not just for us in music, but just for us in life, right?
Yeah.
And as young folks at the time, we were thinking oh man, we have all this pressure weighing down on us, but what else can we do? And the thing with the message of Let Me Lead the Way is, for me personally, it always meant moving forward and not being afraid to get the ball rolling yourself. Let me lead the way. If anything, I'll lead the way through this uncertain time. Right. Even though we're all afraid, but that's what courage is moving through it despite being afraid.
That's right.
So that's what it always meant to me.
I love it, man, because for me though, it means so many things, like you just said, but you can't fail if you try. You know what I mean? And if you keep trying, you're never going to fail. Let me lead the way.
Yeah.
You know? And there's so many messages.
It is definitely a perseverance song.
Do you mind, Mr. James, if James X, could you give us a nice little drop for the song here? And we're going to let our listeners stop wondering and understand why I love this song.
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
Go for it. You go for it.
You want me to go for it? What do you want me to do? Sing it?
No, sir. I want you to give us that drop. Let everybody know what we're about to hear right here on 104.5.
Oh, I got you. Next, North American Pandas, Let Me Lead the Way on 104.5 WRFU.
Life is hard, it's getting harder. much smarter. Now we're taking it slow. We're aiming farther. I know we're going somewhere, not sure when. I know we'll get there someday, but until then, let me lead the way. I know we're going somewhere, not sure when. I know we'll get there someday, but until then, let me lead the way. 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 Yeah.
Let Me Lead the Way by North American Pandas, and we got live on the air right now James X, the lead singer and guitar player, North American Pandas. Bro, good job on the song, man. Great song.
Thank you, man. I
Great song.
appreciate that. Thank you so much.
As you know, we got you on our countdown. You're on the top 10 list for this month, and one of the reasons why we're interviewing you. Not only that,
Yes,
you
I am so
just
grateful.
very
to you
talented.
And you guys,
Go ahead, brother.
thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm just so grateful. And when you initially told us that we were on your countdown, we were so shocked. We're like, oh my goodness, we were jumping with joy.
That's what's
everything,
up. Yeah. No, I mean, every time I hear that song,
telling my friends, my family, everybody.
every time I hear that song, it brings me back to the very first day that I heard that song. And I was telling a story about how people are always going to remember how they make you feel, how you make them feel. Okay, no matter what situation, you could be in a relationship, dating somebody, and how you break up, or how you made them feel throughout the course of that relationship is later how they're going to think about you. Is those feelings are always going to rush back. And I'll tell you what, the time that I played this song, I was in a transitioning here on the air, trying to find, honestly, a good song. You know what I mean? I was like, man,
yeah.
I just need one artist to send me one good song today. And here it was right after I was thinking that, and I said it behind the scenes. Obviously, they see me with collegeradiodirectory.com. But, I was like, God, please just let's get one hit. Let's get one hit today. If we can find one artist with a hit song, we will be happy. And bam! North American Pandas popped up with Let Me Lead the Way, and that's when our relationship first started. And, man, I'll tell you what, I'm just grateful and thankful that you submitted that song to 104.5. Now, how is the journey going with getting people to play your music on the radio, as well as how is the campaigning going? Are you guys serving this song to multiple different stations? What's your process behind this?
Yes, actually, we're going out of our way individually to send our song out to radio stations all across the country, and we're doing the work. We're putting in the EPK. We're sharing all the files and information, our bios. And of course the song itself. And actually, we did find some success in a place we weren't expecting. we actually submitted to a radio station in Australia.
Wow.
And there was this rock show that they got on this station, and they liked their song so much. I think they've played it more than a handful of times now. I just heard them play it last night, and I was like, "Oh, wow!"
Congratulations!
Like, oh, wow!
Yeah.
No. So I was surprised to see that. My dad actually told me about that. He found out when that happened, and he was like, "Yeah, dude, we're getting airplay in Australia." And I was like, "Whoa,
that's dope! That's dope." Well, you guys deserve it, man. You guys really do. You guys are young, been working really hard at it. You've been working at it since you were 5 years old. 5 years old, doing what you love to do. Now, normally I ask, what age did you were going to decide that music was what you wanted to do for a living, but you already knew at the age of 5. You know what I'm saying? But was there a moment where you were like, okay, it's time to get serious with this, Dad, Mom, and we got to build this brand? When was that for you?
I mean, it's interesting because from I want to say the early days of the Pandas officially being a band, we kind of wanted to expand.
Right.
But I want to say it was then, I want to say mid 2017, 2016, 2017, where we really wanted to do our best to kind of present ourselves as public figures who are artists.
Yeah.
And there was some successes, there were some hits and misses.
Yeah, of course.
But I want to say from there, after a while, we did get the ball rolling. We got the momentum going, and now we're a local name that a lot of people know around here.
It's a cool name,
and we're just grateful that it all paid off and that we're still going strong.
Well, I hope one of these days we can get you guys to come on out to Central Illinois here in Champaign-Urbana and bless us on one of our stages here. We do have, a couple music festivals coming up, and I would love to meet you in person, bro. So hopefully we can sit down and chat it up, talk it out, and figure out how we can get you guys out here. But in the meantime, you told me that you guys were working on a new song called Fever Dream. Is that the name of the song?
Yes, that is correct.
Now, this producer behind Fever Dream, is that the producer behind all of your work, or are you who produced Let Me Lead the Way?
It was Frank, our mentor, Frank Ferrara. He's been helping out since the beginning.
That's what's up.
The thing is, as I got older, I started production myself, so I was producing it alongside him. He would greatly help me with the mix and mastering. So I would say that we both had a great hand in it personally. But I want to give him the credit where it's due because he makes it sound amazing, He is a master.
Yeah.
So shout out to Frank Ferrara once again. I love that guy.
You got to show love to the guys that have been in the game for 40 to 50 years that know exactly what to do with the mixes. We got a guy like that, too, for our band. But I'm not going to name drop or drop my name's band because this is about North American Pandas right now. Let me ask you this, bro. I got tons of questions, and I'm going to keep asking you the questions. But what kind of advice would you give yourself going back, let's say, 10 years ago? All right. What kind of advice did you think that you would need or needed to better yourself or propel yourself a little bit further than how the process went? What kind of advice would you give yourself?
Well, there's a lot of things I could probably go back and say to my younger self I wish I'd known back then. I mean, like lots of things about just putting yourself out there, how to make an EPK, protecting your music. Those are lots of things that I had to learn on my own, and if I had learned them sooner, I would argue that I'd probably have a lot more music out right now. But I would say one of the biggest things is just have morals and principles about what you do. And this applies not just to music, but to life. Have a standard as to what kind of person you want to be. Because without our standards, we're really nothing.
That's right.
And once you acknowledge this and continually strive to be the best person you can be, you will ultimately be a much happier person because you're making that effort. And you will be at peace with yourself and you'll accept yourself as you are. And other people will see that, and they'll want to be your friend. They want to work with you,
Yep.
and they will value you as a true
human being.
Yes, a reliable person, I would
That's
say,
right.
a reliable friend. And that has been the greatest thing of all with music, is that it's brought me together with so many wonderful people.
Mm-hmm.
And even you, like you see it, like our connection here that we've made within these past few months, it's immaculate. And I couldn't be more grateful that we made this happen.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know, let's give them a little sneak peek of what you guys are doing for 2024. All right. And I'm excited to hear this. First time I'm going to hear it, guys. So you want to go ahead and introduce this song real quick for everyone?
Yes, this is a sneak peek at Fever Dream by North American Pandas, 104.5 WRFU.
That was a sneak peek of North American Pandas. Man, bro, you guys gotta finish the track. Please finish the track.
Finished. We just gotta do a quick back and forth with Frank, with our drummer Joe Pets, who helped us record these tracks.
Okay.
Joe Pets, shout out to him, because he's been giving us the best drum tracks whenever we needed them. So shout out to him too. So we're gonna get that cleaned up in the next few days or so, and then we'll get an official release date on this thing.
Man, we love it, dude. We love it. Well, my man, you know I'm always asking questions. I can sit here and ask you questions all day. We're obviously going to have you back. We're going to have you back for an EP release interview and then an LP release interview. But if you could, my man, I'm a man of the law of attraction. I believe that we got to speak things into existence, and also, you know, just positive energy, right? Positive energy. And where do you see yourself, honestly? All right, you, the North American Pandas, I mean, 5 years from now, where do you see yourself, your music career, and life?
You know, that is a deep question. I mean, there's a lot of ways it could go, but at the end of the day, I think with the way things are going right now, I'm confident to say that no matter where I end up, the North American Pandas will be with me.
Yeah. And
I'll be there along with my friends that I have now, like Gray Wilson, who I've been playing with a whole lot lately, and maybe even more friends that we meet along the way. No matter what, friends new and old, they're always around. I'm always around for them.
I love that.
Again,
it's a good attitude.
It's all about that community.
Yes.
And I like to think that at the end of the day, we'll always have each other, and that's what really means a lot to me about music, is that it brought us all together.
That's awesome, my friend. That's awesome. Now, about speaking things into existence and also just knowing things. James, all right, I'm going to talk to
Yeah.
James, and I know North American pandas are a big deal, but for James now, your purpose in life, all right, I believe that we were all brought to this universe, brought to this life for a reason. All right, there's a reason why we wake up. There's a reason why we have these goals and dreams and things that are stored in our hearts. So my question for you, James, is what do you feel you're right now in this stage in life, this journey, is your purpose for the world?
You know, on the same extent that I love music, I think this also applies to life. I want to do my best to bring people together with music or art or really any medium, really. And I want to express my gratitude to them. And on an even, if you want to get really down specific with it, I want to be a rock star, man. I want to be a real rock star that reaches out and touches the hearts of millions.
Yeah.
And I want to get there.
Yeah.
And you know, throwing it out into the ether, hopefully I'm playing stadiums someday, and my song reaches someone who needs to hear it. I don't know who needs to hear it, but someone might need to hear it, and they might think, hey, you know, maybe I can relate to that. Maybe I'm not so alone. And to me personally, that's the biggest thing, is I want to bring all of us together.
Well, I feel like you're doing that. Let Me Lead the Way. That song is definitely opening up doors for you to lead lead that purpose, and also give that message. And you know, James, I want to thank you for, you know, just giving us your time here tonight. And also, I did want to apologize. I know we had some technical difficulties last week, and man, you're just a upstanding, just a great guy. You know, and a lot of people like, don't call me a great guy, but I'm telling you, top notch, man. Like, just your integrity, the man who you are understanding. You're like, hey, man, it's not a big deal. I work at a radio station. I know what happens. Transmitter poops out sometimes. You've got a bad cable. It happens. And so thank you.
Yeah, it happens all the time over here. Yeah, we're used to it.
Thank you for understanding, and we did get through that moment, and here we are today. Better vibes, good times, you know. And our door is always open to James and North American Pandas at any time. So if you got another song you want to send our way, you already know radio plays coming your way. Is there any last words that you would like to say? Or and also, is there any last shout-outs for those that have, you know, supported you financially or mentally, emotionally throughout the journey? And I want to say thank you again for being my guest. But I'm gonna let you say your thank yous and your shout outs real quick, my friend.
Oh, well, thank you again. And of course, I would like to give some special thanks. First off, to my mother and my father, who always believed in me. They never gave up on me. I can't thank them enough for that. My Uncle Chris, who supported the band for many years and even now is supporting us.
Yeah.
My musical mentor, Frank Ferrara, who is still killing it as a six-string maestro.
Nice.
Our friend Joe Pest for recording the best drum tracks for us all the time whenever we need them. And, of course, I want to thank all of our friends, all of our fans, everyone new and old who has been showing up giving us overwhelming support lately, coming to our gigs and our shows, engaging with us on social media, and getting hyped up for our new music. We really can't appreciate it quite enough. We love you guys. God bless you all.
Well, James, thanks again. And like I always say, it was an honor for having you here at the Afterwork Drive Show. Thank you, sir. And be positive, stay positive, and I'll see you in the future.
Thank you, my friend.
That was James with North American Pandas, and here's Let Me Lead the Way on 104.5. All right.